So this is the eBay items I've listed, all the relays and Photoeyes controllers, etc. So what I've got is, as you can see, just a random box full of an assortment. So when I go on site, I always have what I need. Various banner, mostly Photoeyes, all kinds of different form factors and styles. Never knew what I was going to run into, so always needed to have an assortment, so that way I could get done in a pinch with whatever it was I needed to do. Also got these HCM proxes. Did like these. Very small, very easy to put on conveyance. Got a handful of those, as you can see. All of this is brand new except for these two Q50s were put in service for a little while, but they still work great. They're a great distance sensor. Also has that relay out for you to be able to program right there, or have a quick, easy connection, turn a light on or something. So I have two of the 50s. I also got a sonar one for the same application that I didn't go with. So this is the sound version, the Q45. Great because it can be programmed right there at the device. I like that. So I also have all the quick disconnects for these and mounts. I tried these Sonix controller or distance sensors. I liked them, but they're a little less expensive, easy to plug in. You don't really worry about them as much, but I do have 3 of those, as you can see. One was put in a bench setup, but the rest were not used. These are the best device I have. I have 2 brand new banner LT3s. So these are really great distance sensors. They'll shoot through dust, steam, smoke, all kinds of things. So you can shoot them 30 feet away. It'll give you a plus or minus a millimeter. So 4 to 20, 0 to 10 out. Really great little device. I have 2 of those brand new. So that's those sensors. I have a handful of additional banner Photoeyes. The Q45, got that with the pigtail. I've got another Q45 here, another one. I also have some of the mini beams. Those are always nice with pigtails. As you can see, none of them put in service. They're all in good shape. Also the smaller series for that. 2 of the Q45s still in the box, so those boxes are full. Have those with pigtail. Got a handful of these AC current sensors. Little tougher to use those. They work great, but it's a very specialized application. They give you a 4 to 20 out for whatever you put them on. Got a drawer full of miscellaneous just relays and bases, things like that. I always needed to have just a hodgepodge, a mix of whatever I needed. So when I go on site, I know I can get done with what I need to do. 30 millimeter push buttons, selector switches. You know, these are all great little devices. Nice mushroom head e-stop. Various parts and pieces. Got the bases for them too. So for those, a couple of nice speed potentiometers. Those are always nice. I use them mostly for bench setup and for testing, but you can use them for speed control in an industrial application. An illuminated push button power switch. A couple of DIN mounts. I do have bases and just miscellaneous AB relays, all kinds, double throws, test buttons, illuminated. Just it'll be a random mix in there. Again, just the tools of the trade and being a consultant controls tech, what you've got to do is, got lots of these cinch down strain reliefs. Whenever you need to go add a Photoeye or add a sensor, you can just knock a hole in your panel, put your quick disconnect or your cinch down strain relief in there and keep going. You don't have to put a whole lot of work into it. Those are very nice, very handy. Got the aluminum and the plastic ones for mild applications. But just again, a mix of parts and pieces. A lot of the brackets, you should have pretty much brackets for everything that you saw, but just a mix of brackets and mounts, so that way you can always get done with whatever you need to get done with. So the cables, like I said, for all those quick disconnects, got a mix here of these nice HTM quick disconnects, 4, 2-wire, 3-wire, as you can see, male, female, just every kind of, just a big pile of mixed wires. These are very expensive. They're all, they're mostly brand new. A couple of them may have been used for bench, but there's a list of how many in the eBay listing. But extremely handy little parts and pieces, male and female. 12-inch Cat 5 cables. That project canceled, so I got a handful of those, a handful of just other random Cat 5s. These are extension cords for like monitors or any computer equipment. It uses that PC connector, and then it has a female at the other end. So that way it's essentially just an extension cord for any kind of PC equipment. A little bit of nice stranded wire. So everything you see there. And then also the picture, as you saw, of just a big drawer full of really great, those are fused den rail terminals. Really like those. They have an indicator light on the front. Most of them are 24 volts. Some of them will be 110. Also, I always like to carry an outlet that I could just den mount real quick. If I was working in a panel for a while, I'd be able to get my own electricity to repower tools and plug in a light, things like that. So just a big mix of those. Got some terminations. Also have most of the labels and markers for them.